Most people struggle financially not because they're lazy and not because they don't work hard, but because they don't even realize what's possible. They see their parents struggle, they see their co-workers living paycheck to paycheck, and they just assume, well, I guess this is how life is. But let me tell you something, once you see someone, maybe even someone just like you, making real money, living a different life, suddenly you start thinking, well, wait, why not me? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's what this video is about. I'm going to break down exactly why most people stay broke and how you can shift your mindset to start seeing money in a whole new way. Stick with me, because this is the kind of video that will change how you think. And when you change how you think, you change everything. Let's get into it. This is Flourish in Wealth, where financial freedom begins. The fundamental reason why most people stay stuck is because they've never been exposed to real wealth. They don't even know what's possible. Think about it like this. Imagine growing up in a small town where no one has ever left. Everyone works the same jobs, makes the same money, and complains about the same struggles. If that's all you've ever seen, you probably believe that's just how life is. Now imagine one day someone from your town moves away and comes back driving a luxury car, living in a mansion, and talking about how they built their own business or invested their money smartly. Suddenly your whole world shifts. You start asking questions. How did they do that? What do they know that I don't? The problem is most people never have that moment. They never get exposed to another way, and that's why they stay stuck. If you never see people building wealth, starting businesses, or making passive income, you won't even know that's something you can do. It's like trying to win a game without knowing the rules. You're playing blind. Now this is where things start to shift. Seeing success makes it real. Let's say you never knew people could make money online. You always thought the only way to earn a living was to get a job, work hard, and hopefully get a raise every few years. But then you meet someone who's making 6 or 7 figures from an online business, or through investing, or from a side hustle. At first it might not even feel real. You might think, nah, that's not possible. They must be scamming or just got lucky. But then you start to learn more. You see them working. You see how they built their income streams, and you realize they're not any smarter or luckier than you. They just know something you don't. And that's when the light bulb turns on. Seeing someone else succeed makes it real for you. It's no longer some abstract, impossible thing. You start thinking, if they did it, why can't I? And once that thought enters your mind, you can't unsee it. Next up, who you surround yourself with will either keep you broke or help you get rich. You ever notice how people who spend a lot of time together start acting alike? They pick up the same habits, use the same phrases, even think the same way. That's because your environment shapes you, whether you realize it or not. Now let's talk about how this affects your money. If you spend most of your time around people who are always complaining about being broke, saying things like, life is unfair, rich people just got lucky, there's no way I'll ever get ahead, then guess what? That mindset is going to rub off on you. Even if you don't say those things out loud, your brain starts believing them. You start thinking that struggle is just normal, that wealth is out of reach, and that there's no point in even trying. But now, let's flip the script. Imagine you start hanging around people who are building wealth, learning new skills, and actually winning with money. What do you think happens? You start picking up on their mindset. Instead of complaining, they ask, how can I make more money? What skills do I need to learn? What's the next investment opportunity? And when you hear those kinds of questions over and over again, it changes you. Think about it like this. If you wanted to get fit, would you spend all your time around people who sit on the couch all day eating junk food? Of course not. You'd want to be around people who work out, who eat healthy, who take their fitness seriously. Why? Because their habits will push you to do better. It's the same with money. If you only listen to people who are broke, who make excuses, who think life is just one big struggle, then you're going to stay in that mindset. But if you start listening to people who have figured out the money game, who are making smart financial moves, investing and growing their wealth, you're going to start thinking and acting differently. And here's the best part. You don't even need to personally know rich people to learn from them. We live in a time where you have access to the smartest financial minds in the world for free. You can watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, read books, follow successful people on social media. Your environment isn't just the people around you, it's also what you watch, what you read, what you listen to. Now let's talk about something a lot of people don't realize. Your physical environment matters just as much as the people around you. If you live in a neighborhood where everyone is struggling, where you only see poverty, where people are always talking about how hard life is, then that's going to feel normal to you. You're going to assume that's just how life is. But what happens when you go to a wealthier area? You see things differently. You see people driving luxury cars, living in beautiful homes, eating at nice restaurants. You see a different way of life. And at first, it might feel uncomfortable, like you don't belong there. But then, something clicks. You realize that this is possible. I'm not saying you need to move to a rich neighborhood tomorrow, but you do need to expose yourself to different environments. Drive through an expensive area, walk around a high-end mall, go to places where successful people hang out. Just being in that environment will shift your mindset. Because once you see what's possible, once you realize that people out there are living a completely different life, you can't unsee it. And that's when everything starts to change. So ask yourself, are you filling your mind with financial knowledge? Or are you just scrolling through nonsense? Are you learning from people who know how to build wealth? Or are you just listening to broke friends who have no idea what they're talking about? Are you surrounding yourself with success, even if it's just by visiting different places and seeing what's possible? Because here's the truth. Your financial future is being shaped right now by the things you expose yourself to. If you want to level up, start by upgrading your environment. Surround yourself, physically and mentally, with success, and you'll be shocked at how quickly your mindset, your decisions, and your financial situation start to change. Moving on to my next point, your beliefs about money control how you handle it. If you grew up hearing things like, money is the root of all evil, rich people are greedy, making money is hard, or you have to be lucky to get rich, then guess what? You're going to subconsciously push wealth away. Why? Because if you believe money is bad or that it's impossible to get, then you won't even try to build wealth. And even if you do make money, you'll find ways to lose it because deep down you don't think you deserve it. Now compare that to someone who believes money is just a tool, wealth is built, not given. I can learn how to grow my money. And if others can do it, I can too. That person is going to act differently. They're going to look for opportunities instead of waiting for a lucky break. They're going to take control of their financial future instead of blaming the system. Your mindset shapes your money. If you want to change your financial life, you have to start by changing how you think about money. Hey, if you're ready to start shifting your money mindset, drop the word vision in the comments. Writing it down helps lock in the idea that once you see what's possible, you can't unsee it. Plus, I want to see how many of you are actually serious about changing your financial future. So go ahead, comment vision below and let's make this happen. And if you're finding value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm and it really supports the channel so I can keep bringing you more content like this. Let's get back to it. This next point is very important, guys. Here's the truth. None of this matters if you don't want to change. At the end of the day, building wealth isn't just about knowing what to do, it's about doing it. And to do it, you have to truly want it. How bad do you want it? If you want to change your financial future, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you willing to challenge the beliefs you grew up with? Because wealth isn't just going to fall into your lap. No one is going to hand it to you. You have to go get it. Small actions, big results. The good news? You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be lucky. You just have to be willing to start. Read books on money. Watch videos from people who have done it. Surround yourself with success. Take action, even if it's small at first. Because once you start moving in the right direction, momentum kicks in. And before you know it, you're looking at money and life completely differently. So ask yourself right now, do I really want this? Because if the answer is yes, then it's time to start acting like it. Hey, if you forget everything I've said so far, please don't forget this. If you feel stuck financially, maybe it's because you just haven't seen what's possible yet. Change what you focus on and you'll change what you aim for. Start surrounding yourself with success, start taking action, and watch how your life changes. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to check out my other video here for more money tips and ways to take control of your finances. You won't want to miss it.